got me why it happens, but the end of the year seems to bring out some pretty stupid behavior. Sometimes it's by investors, sometimes it's by company management. And so this is my stupid idea of the day from company management. You've got a deal where Freeport McMoRan, which is a huge copper and gold mining company. That's what they specialize in. That's why people own it, symbol FCX, has decided that it's going to get into the oil and gas industry, that they're going to buy two oil and gas producers in the Gulf and onshore in the United States. One, McMoRan Exploration, MMR, a company that they spun off 12 years ago, and the other one is a company called Plains Exploration, PSP. Now they're going to wind up spending, somewhere in the vicinity of like $20 billion to buy these two companies. About half of that is going to be cash, so about $10 billion in cash. The market looked at this deal and said, what are you thinking? Why would you do this? The shares, Freeport's shares dropped about 14.5% on this news. And you know what? I think the market, which I usually don't necessarily like because I think they do a lot of knee-jerk reactions, I think the market has got this essentially right, which is to say, what do you think you're doing? You've got a company that knows how to do mining, going back into oil and gas. You've got a company that people own because they like to own copper and gold, and now they're going toward being more diversified, and I don't think that, people, if there's a good story for copper, and I think there is, why do you want to own copper and gold? They're paying a 35, 39% premium to buy Plains Exploration. And if you wanted to diversify yourself, you could go out and own Freeport and then buy shares of Pioneer or any other of the U.S. explorers, and you wouldn't pay a 39% premium to market price. You'd pay the market price. So it's very hard looking at this deal to see why they're doing it. And from your shareholders' perspective, it basically seems stupid. Now, management held a conference call on the morning after they announced this deal. And they're sitting there going around, okay, market hates this deal. We've got a 15% drop in our stock, so let's explain it why it happens. The explanation doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. They're basically saying, well, money's really cheap, so we're going to borrow at a really cheap rate. Well, yeah, okay. They're saying natural gas is really cheap, so we're going to buy natural gas, and we think the price is going to go up in the future. Okay. But what are you really adding here? What's the company adding to the value of this? If you basically took that $10 billion in cash that they're going to spend on this deal, and there is still the other $10 billion in debt, and you said, okay, I'm going to spend whatever I need to spend right now on expanding my copper mines, and Freeport's got a decent capital budget. They're not cutting into that. But I can't think of what else to do with it because I don't like mining costs or mining prospects are too expensive. Or, yeah, I could go out and buy Inmet that First Quantum is making a bid for, the second largest undeveloped copper resource in the world. But I really don't want to do that because I don't like the price. So what am I going to do with my money? Well, you could buy an oil and a gas company or companies. You could actually just say, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to refund it to shareholders. And shareholders can go out and buy their own oil and gas company stock if they want to. So it's very hard looking at this to go as a shareholder of, oh dear, I really like this copper producer because they were a copper producer, and now they're a copper and oil and gas producer, and yeah, the cash flow may get a little more predictable, but I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in buying copper, and now Freeport McMoRan is a little less attractive on that basis, and that I think is, well, it's unfortunate, but it's just also stupid. This is Jim Jubak for Jubak Asset Management.